So the Philadelphia Eagles might be more worried than I thought when it comes to the running back position because we added Kerryon Johnson to the practice squad. What does that mean for Sanders and Howard? Also, Nick Sirianni taking precaution when it comes to the health and safety protocol of his quarterbacks. Last but not least, could we have a head coaching candidate on this staff?
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got a lot to talk about. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop.
Keep that roots going, baby!
One, two, three. All right, let's jump right into it. And we're going to start with the running back update. Kerryon Johnson added to the practice squad. We also brought in Luke Jaraga. I guess he's the backup to the backup to the backup center, but he also plays guard. Not sure really why we did that, except for maybe some depth, because we do have Big Driscoll, and I don't even know what's going on with Brandon Brooks. When is he going to come back? I thought he was supposed to be back after our bye. I don't know. I lost track. He probably won't be an Eagle next year, so the offensive line looks good. I'm not really worried about that. However, Kerryon Johnson added to the practice squad makes me think. Now, we did get reports that Sanders is out for the Washington football team matchup. He might come back against Dallas week 18. Who knows how important that game will be for Dallas? We will see. But we also protected Jason Huntley on the practice squad. So Jason Huntley protected on the practice squad. Kerryon Johnson added to the practice squad. And then, of course, we got Gainwell and Boston Scott. That might be what we have to work with, because the last time Stinger was mentioned with Jordan Howard, we lost him for a while. So let me know your thoughts on Kerryon Johnson. Do we even see any of these guys, Huntley, Kerryon Johnson, be elevated from the practice squad? He would be the bruiser to a Boston Scott or Kenneth Gainwell Lightning, Thunder to the Lightning. I don't know if we continue to do that, but that is the update there. Now, I also want to talk about this. I like it. Keeping the quarterback separate. We're seeing an uptick in health and safety protocol. You know what I mean. COVID. Carson Wentz got it. And I don't care about these guys' statuses when it comes to vaccinated or not. But if you're not vaccinated, you can miss like 2 weeks. Worst case scenario, a player can miss 2 games almost, if not vaccinated, and they do get it badly. I don't know. I just don't want any of my guys going through something like that, and I want them to play, of course. So that is smart, keeping Gardner Minshew, Reed Snett, and Jalen Hurts separate. Virtual quarterback meetings, although they are on the field together during practice, I still think there's probably some effort on keeping them away. Quarterback room gets hit, who knows what can happen? Who knows? And I'm glad we're taking the precautions there. Now, I want to talk about this. I kind of laughed when I read it, but then I'm like, listen, the NFL is a stat-driven league, and it does make sense when you look at what he's done in the second half of the season. Now, of course, it's against the mediocre quarterbacks and mediocre teams, but before we get into this, Jonathan Gannon's defense for the Philadelphia Eagles are now ranked 11th in points allowed. Ultimately, what you want to do as a defense is not allow a team to score a lot of points. Gives your offense a chance to win. We are 11th best defense when it comes to points per game allowed. We also are 5th. That means top 5, number 5 in yards allowed per game. We went from being one of the worst run defenses to one of the best run defense. And we do got a Pro Bowl in Darius Slay, which we didn't have him as a Pro Bowler in Jim Schwartz's system. So I've been poo-pooing on Jonathan Gannon a lot. I think his soft zones still are too soft. I think he decides to play it too soft most of the time. It doesn't fit my criteria in a defensive coordinator, knowing the Jim Johnsons and people like that. but he's probably opening eyes on the tail half. I think a lot of people throughout the league think that the Eagles don't have talent on the defense, losing Brandon Graham, this, that, and the third, Fletch being older. I think besides Slay and a couple other people, a lot of people look at this roster and say, what is he working with? And some of our fans say the same thing, but it's neither here or there. With head coach interview set to start soon, this is Peter Schrager. Good, blah, 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 blah. These are the names that they came up with. Packers OC Nathaniel Hackett, Eagles DC Jonathan Gannon, Bills DC Leslie Frazier, Rams DC Raheem Morris, Bengals OC Brian Callahan, and Cowboys DC Dan Quinn. Hey, we will see if that's true. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see him go, or are you starting to buy into what he got with this team? I just want to see some continuity in the staff and the players going into 2022 with the 3 first-round picks and a boatload of money. Let me know your thoughts on that. I just still question, can we compete with the good teams the way we play defense? Although he's adjusted a little bit. He's putting Slay on a number 1. He's sending pressure. He's doing this. He's bringing him up. So he has adjusted since the beginning part of the season where everything was new and we were going against the Mahomes, the Bradys, dare I say Dak Prescott's, and that type of quarterback. Now, there's one more thing I really, 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 really want to touch on with y'all because you got to keep the receipts. You got to keep the receipts. And this was a guy from Pro Football Focus. I think his name is Ben Lindsay. Yeah, Ben Lindsay. Worst rosters in the NFL. This was back in July. So right when August was about to hit, right before August, the end of July, they came out with the worst rosters per Ben Lindsay. And it was the Texans, the worst. Then the Lions, then the Jets, then the Eagles, then the Jags. We were supposed to be a top 4. We're in the top 5 worst offenses with the Jags being better than us. Well, hold up. Let me give a round of applause to the Eagle fans that looked at this list when I put it on Twitter. Follow your boy on Twitter at Philly_Mike25 back in the day. And the guys who just refuse to believe that. Give yourself a round of applause. Stand up, Philly. Stand up. Give yourself a round of applause. For the simple fact, you looked at this and said, no. And he was right on the other 4 because they are the bottom rosters because look where they're at. Texans, Lions, Jets, Jags, they're going to be all in the mix for the top 6 picks. That's what they're fighting for. But this Eagles so-called bad roster is over 500, 8-7, the 7th seed in the NFC, and are sniffing the playoffs, or in position to get the playoffs. The Jets, Jags, Lions, and Texans should never be mentioned with the Eagles. I don't care how much of a rebuild it is. This team don't lose often. We had our 4-win season last year. You knew you were going to think you can't keep us down too long. This is the Philadelphia Eagles we're talking about. Stop it. So I just wanted to bring this up. I put it on Twitter. Like I said, follow your boy on Twitter. Right there it is, at Philly_Mike25. That's where we talk Eagle news behind the YouTube scenes, family life. My DMs are open, Sixers, all that stuff. But I just had to bring that up. Stop playing with us. Now we're going to start breaking down the Washington football team versus the Eagles starting like tomorrow. It's Wednesday. My schedule's off a little bit because, you know what I mean, I'm not really doing my full-time job for this week. Been kicking it with the kids, playing Pokemon on the Switch. You know what I mean? My 6-year-old and I were trying to get it done. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff. So I'm all thrown off. But it's been nothing but family stuff. Family. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section when it comes to everything we talked about. Kerryon Johnson being added. Will he even play? Will he make an impact? What's going on with Howard and the crew? Let me know about the quarterbacks being separated. Jonathan Gannon might be out. And this disrespect that the Colin Cowherds and the Pro Football Focuses had on us. Because we here. And this is year 1 of the turnaround. Until next time, I go by Philly Mike. If you haven't done it already, though, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. On the road to 17K. Turn notifications on. Notification gang, salute to y'all. We are out.